This is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk about my diet. You know, I've had a lot of trouble all my life keeping my weight down. I have gone on diets in which I have sat and basically starved myself. That didn't accomplish anything. I have gone on diets where you eat a little bit of this and a little bit of that, or high carb diets, or lots of grains, or lots of vegetables of all kinds. Well, I have to tell you, none of that worked for me. The more I starved myself, the more miserable I became. And to be realistic on it, I didn't really lose much in the way of weight, and I lost a great deal of quality of life. So I am on a diet again, but this time it's successful. I am on a protein diet. I'm on a fat diet. And it goes against all of the things that we have heard all our lives. Now, I was very lucky. In 1998, I was working for the bookstore called Barnes and Noble. And I was the director of their community affairs for one of their stores. And I set up all the various authors and speakers and the like. And sometimes I would meet them and have dinner with them before the event, which was always kind of fascinating and interesting, and have a nice conversation. One of the people I met at the time was 1998. It was in December of 98 to be exact. And that was Dr. Robert Atkins. He was an interesting guy, very slim, and had his wife with him, who was quite slim as well. And we were talking about his diet, and we went to a steakhouse, actually, to have dinner. And I had a potato. And he said, eat just a little bit of that potato. Have more vegetables. Eat the meat. I told him I have trouble losing weight at times. And he told me what to do. Then he came and did his talk. And he talked about incredible things with a lot of people. I didn't really follow that. A lot of things that he said went against the face of reason at the time. He said that salt isn't really the worst thing in the world for you. He said butter isn't the worst thing in the world for you. It's actually good for you. He said meats are good for you. He said the things that are bad for you is starches, grains, sugar, and processed foods. Well, here we go. 17 years later, I am on a diet in which I'm following a lot of the stuff that he told me. It took me a while to figure it out. But you know something, we've learned a lot more since those days. But one thing we have learned is butter's your friend. Butter's great for you. Butter's 100% better than eating sugar. The various types of sugars, processed foods. Coconut oil is good for you. Meat, pork, beef, chicken, fish, shellfish. I stay away from potatoes. I stay away from rice. I stay away from pasta. I stay away from processed food. I only allow myself, since this is I'm in my second week of doing this, I allow myself only 20 grams of carbs a day. And I probably never make it to 20, to be honest. And I focus mainly on protein. I have bacon and eggs in the morning. I cook the eggs in the bacon grease because your body wants fat. Because your body needs fat. And what I find rather fascinating is that I had learned most of my life that all of this was the worst thing in the world. And now I'm finding out that a vast majority of that information is wrong. I know there's going to be people yelling at me about this. I've been yelled at by vegans already. But I respect your diet, vegans, if you like that. But please respect every other diet as well. I am losing weight. I feel better than I have in ages. And I highly recommend it. If you're heavy and you're trying to lose weight, hit the fat. Fat is your friend. Grains, carbs, potatoes, sugary fruit, any kind of bread, that is your enemy. Now, with that being said, there are people I know that are amazingly thin. And they can eat anything and remain amazingly thin. That's not me. I have always been this way, and I always will be this way. So if I can offer that little bit of encouragement, eat fat. No more than 20 grams of carbs a day, and less if you can do it. And study, get the books, learn about some of the diets. Just don't hop into it. Read and watch stuff. Watch a lot of stuff on YouTube about this. It's really important because you got to remember it's your body, it's your health, and you've got to take care of yourself. And you know something? People years ago lived on the diet that I'm on now. Heart attacks were something that never happened. Today, they're common. It's because we have so much sugar, so much refined food, genetically modified things. Good God. Stay away from that crap. If it has lots of carbs, it's not good for you. Now, there again, as I said, if you're skinny, go right ahead. But if you are fat, go for the very thing that everyone tells you not to do. Go to fat. And you will find that your fat goes bye-bye.